Hey, what's going on, man? Free game all day, man. You know what it is. Back from a long weekend, man. Enjoy myself, man. You know what I'm saying? I had to unwind a little bit, do some stuff, but let's go and get the business, man, while I'm making this video right now. All right. So don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. You know what I'm saying? Um, that like button is very important. Circulate videos. Everybody I need everybody help with this. You know what I'm saying? When you like a video, it puts in rotation. It will keep it flowing, and the next person see it, the next person see it. So it's like it helps me. You know what I'm saying? So help me help you. Whatever that sound. But anyway, the whole point of this video is I'm I'm gonna get a little real with y'all today. Which I'm like that every video, but I'm gonna get a little extra real with y'all because it's time to do a little self reflecting. And I think that sometimes what happens is we don't think about what we have done, you know, to be in the position that we're in today. Now, it's a lot of free will out here, like we do things and it's stuff and we have to pay the consequences of stuff. Business we don't handle. We don't handle our business will handle you. That's just how this shit go. But what I want to talk about is just like it's kind of it's a little mix between karmic relationships and narcissistic abuse and just reality. So the people who don't know me personally, I want you to understand that I go through things just like everybody else go through. You know what I'm saying? I'm a survivor. I'm a former victim. It's things that I have encountered. Also. And when it comes to narcissistic abuse, you have to look at every aspect of what you have contributed to that situation. It ain't just no narc walking up, he just saying, oh, I want to do this person like this. You have to be acceptable to their behavior in order for the narc to even do you that way. Okay? So, guess what? Most of the time when you meet people like that, not all the time, but a lot of times you sit back and you think about it, and you have to think about like, hey, look, have I ever done anybody like that? Have I ever, put somebody through something? Have I ever led anybody on? Have I ever, dealt with a person and didn't handle them right, didn't treat them right? Because that is something that you have to like accept. You have to take responsibility for, because it happens. So what I've noticed is that there are people who are throwing rocks and hiding their hand. Yeah, it is. Listen, there are people who have done things to folks, who have mishandled situations, who have like been very emotionally immature and not um, being honest and mistreating people, and then they're turning around and they're getting involved in situations and they're getting it right back. But then what happens is they're running off crying about it, trying to get sympathy for everybody else, talk about how they, you know, I met a narcissist and he did me like that, he did me like this, you know. But what about the way you did this man or you did this woman like before before that situation or even after that? Like what I notice is people always want to point out when they are the victim, when they feel like they're the victim, when they feel like they've been done wrong. It's easy for them to express that, easy for them to talk about that, easy for them to say that this person did me like this. But what about how you did somebody else? What about like the way that you led somebody down a path of disappointment or being hurt? We're not being accountable for our actions. Some of these situations that people are encountering narcissists is because it's something for us to learn, even about ourselves or about something we have done. Like there's a reason. So I think that we have to do some real reflecting. You have to be honest with yourself. We are not angels, nobody, by far. So all of that crying and whining and they put you through this, put you through that, but it happened for a reason, and you have to figure out what that reason is. Because if you don't learn nothing from that karmic relationship, then you're going to continue to go through similar situations like that. And again, when you do meet these narcissists, because of, I guess, their situation or what you think that they can do, or you feel like they're better than some people that you dated before, you opened yourself up to be 100 with these people, knowing good and well how you did somebody else, because you probably feel like they wasn't good enough. And then all what happened is, you got mishandled, but it's no different from how you did somebody else. It just happened to you this time. It's funny because that shit is so true, because it's like, it's a lot of people who, you can talk to them about certain situations, tell them like what you went through and try to talk to them. And, they give out, some more bland ass advice, you'll be all right. You'll be cool. Fuck that shit. It's all good. But let that happen to them, and all hell done broke loose. You know what I'm saying? They throwing pots and pans, running all around the goddamn city, telling every damn body what's going on, posting shit on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Doing everything they can, just airing the person out, talking about how they got mistreated. But what about how you mistreated somebody else? Everything comes in full circle. So don't just sit back and just be thinking that, oh, I treated this person good. I did this. I can't believe they did me like this. Be honest with yourself. Like, you probably did somebody else like that. And I can say that because I have done it. Because I've been in those situations. You know what I'm saying? That's why when you do people like that, and then you come across an art, or you come across a karmic relationship or a situation, that situation is there for you to become a better person. It's there for you to grow from that, and know not to treat nobody else like that. That's what you're getting from that. That's why you're going through what you're going through. Don't sit back and just drown in your sorrow and just be so upset and just down, depressed. Don't allow that. Analyze that situation only enough to get understanding on what you did wrong or what you learned. What did I learn from this? What this taught me? How can I approach the next situation a whole lot better? What did I do to this person before I met that narc, for me to actually, to move forward? And people are not honest about their past. They lie about it because they don't want you to know what they're doing. See, you can lie. Let me tell you something. You can lie to me. You can lie to another person, but you can't lie to that man upstairs. And that man upstairs only allow what he knows was good for you. Or all of that. Like, you can't lie to him. You can't hide from him. He knows. So you have to have the concept of just understanding, like, okay, well, I did this wrong. This is why this happened. I get it. I understand. Let me process this. Let me become a better me. Let me take this and become a better me and move forward. That's what it is. You have to, we have to put in a lot of work to become stronger people. Everything's not always about pointing the finger at folks and saying that they are wrong. They did this wrong. They did that wrong. They did this to me. They did that to me. We all play a part. I don't care what the situation is. We all play a part some way, somehow, and we have to learn from that. Everything, you can identify a narcissist, that's cool. But there's a lot of people throwing rocks behind their hand, and they know they're wrong. You might not know, but they know. Or it's some people who are that self-centered to where they really don't see what wrong they have done or what's going on with them. They really don't see that. They just that blinded by their own arrogance. The well, like they just don't. They just don't. I guess they just don't see it. But you have to be a little intuitive inside yourself. You can't just be that blind to reality in life. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. It's always something to learn. It's happening for a reason for you to become stronger. That's the whole point of it. So you have to just put in work. You're not going through that heartache. You're not going through that situation because you was just so sweet and you was so good and you was just so perfect. Something happened at some point in your life to where you might have did something wrong, or something happened to where like you needed this to become stronger or become a better person. That's why. That's what it is. If I can guarantee you this, I promise you this, my mental is way different and way stronger versus my mental 3 years ago. 3 years ago, I was not on this path at all. I was on something else. But the more work I put in, the more I researched, the more I understood, the more my mind changed, and the more that I can see through bullshit. And I don't have a problem with not communicating with a person no more because I know that they don't mean me no good. This is something I know. And I'm able to identify that. And I'm also able to understand what I went through and what I did to put myself in that position to be going through that. It's something I learned. The older you get, the smarter you get. So it's so important to try to figure things out, like this part of your life. I don't know, you guys don't know this, but there is a little demographic that shows me like the type of interaction and the activity I have on my page. So it shows an age range, and it shows that majority of the age of the people that's in this age bracket that watch this channel between 40 and 50 some years old. It's up in there somewhere. Like 50, it could be in the high 50s and probably right at 40 or whatever. So I'm 41. You know what I'm saying? I'll be 42 next year. So I know a lot of you guys are just like me, like going through the same shit that I'm going through, like literally, like we in our 40s, and this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We 80s babies, 70s, whatever. Put in the work, have an understanding of what's happening, and reflect on yourself, and just don't be all so quick to point, because those narcs, all they saw was a mark, and they just took advantage of a mark. But we was there for a reason, and we went through that for a reason, and it's something that we have done that possibly might led us to that point. So just keep that in mind. I'm out of here, man. Y'all be easy, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to like, subscribe my channel, man. Fuck with me.